What's up guys, it's Alexandertravelbum. As you can tell by the name, I have been traveling a lot for a long time. So I have developed some strategies, I have some hacks, I've learned some things when it comes to hacks and tips when traveling. So I wanted to share a few of them with you today, some of the hacks that I've come up with. I have a lot more than this, so if you like this video and you like things like this, then let me know in the comments below if you want to hear more hacks. So number one, alright, I have a list here. I can't remember all of them, so I will have my phone out for this. Put your carry-on somewhere in the middle, not at the back with you. So if you travel with a carry-on bag and you put it in the overhead compartment on the plane, then don't bring it all the way back with you and put it right above your seat. That is what most people do. What I started doing a couple years back is I will put it somewhere near the front. It doesn't have to be the very front. It can be somewhere in the middle, especially if you're way at the back. Put it up there 10 or 15 rows up ahead of you, because as people are filing off the plane, they're going to be getting off before you from the front. And that means when you get up, you can get up easily. You can start walking down and then you just grab your bag. You have the whole place to yourself, because if you have the bag above you like everyone else does, you are all getting out of your row at the same time. You're all trying to grab your bags. You have to wait for people. They have to wait for you. You're making sure you don't hit someone in the head while you're bringing your luggage down. You're making sure you're not getting hit in the head. You don't want to be rude and go in front of someone, but you also don't want to wait and be there forever. So that's what I started doing. So you can let them do whatever they want to do. You just simply get up and go and then grab the bag on your way out. So the next one is to put a little piece of plastic bag or saran wrap or something inside your bottle. So you put it over the opening. I just cut this off of a Ziploc bag. I put it there over the opening, and then I put the top on after that. So you do this for your liquids, for your lotions, things like that, because sometimes the pressure in the plane, I'm not really sure of the science here, but something makes it explode occasionally, or maybe something will just drip out, and that totally covers up the opening, so nothing is going to come out. So you just have a little bit of this, at least for the flights. You can always travel like this and put it back on there so that stuff never comes out, the contents never come out of here. Or just do it for your flights. Okay, the next one is actually an item. This is the iFlex. It is a little silicone square where you can watch Netflix, you can watch things on your phone just by kind of bending this up. You can put it on the tray of an airplane so you can watch your shows like that, because it is really hard to set up your phone on the airplane trays. You can also put it on the back of a seat on a bus and watch from the back of a seat. You can put it on your bed when you're watching something with your loved one or your friend. So this is great. It's pretty cheap. I've linked it down below if you want to see it. This is a necessity. I always travel with this. It's awesome. The next one is to get a VPN. A VPN is a virtual private network which basically encrypts your data while you're on the internet so that hackers can't steal your information. So this is great if you're a traveler. You're going to be connecting to public Wi-Fi spots. You're going to be connecting in hotels, airports, places like that, public Wi-Fi, which is the easiest place for hackers to get into your information and take it. So you put on that VPN and it encrypts your data. They can't steal your information. The other reason a VPN is good is because you connect in whatever country you want to. So if you're in Mexico and you want your Netflix shows or your Netflix movies that are in the US, you just connect to the US VPN service in a matter of seconds, and then it tricks your computer into thinking that it is in the US. So it's great for Netflix, for Hulu, for those kind of things as well. A VPN is something that you have to have if you're traveling these days. I have a link to a VPN down below. You should check it out. The next is get a debit card with no foreign ATM fees. So most of your debit cards that you get around the world, when you use it abroad, you're going to have a transaction fee, a fee from taking out money in another country. But if you get a travel debit card, it's not necessarily a travel one, but one that allows you to take out money without these fees, that will save you a lot of money. Every time you take out money when you're overseas, you will be hit with little fees, but not if you have one of these cards. And similarly, get a credit card that charges no foreign transaction fees when you use a credit card. So I have the Chase Sapphire Reserve, which charges no foreign transaction fees. None of those fees while you're using your credit card anywhere in the world. And then I have the Charles Schwab debit card, which is the one that allows you to take out money without getting any of these fees. And another note on that, the Chase Sapphire Reserve, it is basically built for travel. So you get free airport lounge access, which is probably my favorite perk, even more than saving the money and all of that. Whenever I'm in airports on a long layover, I get to go in these nice lounges where all of the food is free. There are nice couches. There are alcoholic drinks that are free, a bartender, and all of that. I feel so upscale when I'm doing that, which is not normal for me because I travel on a budget. I live on a budget. So it's a lot of fun. And it's a lot better than paying for way overpriced airplane food, airport food, and sitting where everyone else is sitting in their crowds at the regular seats. Okay, the next one is for health. If you are a runner, someone who exercises, or if you want to while you travel, instead of taking up a ton of space in your bag with these bulky running shoes, get barefoot running shoes. Barefoot running shoes take almost no space. It's just a little bit of material, a little bit of rubber to put on your foot so that you can run outside, but it takes up like no space, which is the best part about it. I never wanted to travel with multiple pairs of shoes because it just took up too much space, so I would throw out my running shoes, and then I couldn't work out because I only had boots with me and sandals. But now you can with barefoot running shoes. I've linked to some below. And quickly on that note, another exercise thing. Don't leave this video if you don't want to exercise while you travel. I swear this is going to be really quick. These are exercise bands. So they take up no space. They're little rubber bands. And you can exercise in your hotel room with these. And they take up no space. So I know you can't travel with dumbbells or you can't travel with a gym membership all the time. So you can just get these and you'll do some little workouts in your hotel room. All right, I'm done with the exercise stuff. Hope you're still here. Okay, the next one is for couples. So Airbnb is cheaper than hostels. So maybe this is for younger couples who might be wanting to stay in hostels or something like that. The thing is, when you're staying in a hostel, at least in the dorm rooms, maybe the hostel is $15 per night, the Airbnb is $20, but you're not actually going to save money because in the hostel you have to pay for each bed. So in the hostel for $15, you're going to have to pay your bed and then your girlfriend or your boyfriend, husband, whatever. So 15 and 15 equals 30, while the Airbnb was 20, and you only have to pay that once for both of you. So traveling as a couple, I found that Airbnb or hotels seem to be the cheaper option as compared to hostels, which usually were the cheaper option for me when I was traveling solo. So you just have to look at these little things depending on your situation at the time. Because I kind of got used to traveling solo, and then I kept thinking hostels when I was as a couple, but then it just didn't work out. Plus, you get a lot less when you're in a hostel than when you're in like an Airbnb. Okay, the next one is get some headphones, some wired headphones, not Bluetooth. And you're probably thinking like, hey, that's the past, this is the future. We do earbuds or AirPods, and we do the Bluetooth headphones. That's how we do it. But I found that during travels, it's actually much better to have the wire for a couple reasons. The first one is sometimes when I had my Bluetooth headphones in, I'd be on a train or something listening to Bluetooth, my phone would fall out of my pocket, and then I'd go to get up off of the train. My music would still be playing, so I assume, okay, my music is playing, everything is here, we're all good. But then once I got 20 feet away, it starts to go out, and I'm like, why is that going out? Oh, my phone fell out on the seat, and I only knew because it started to lose connection. So if you have this connected to your phone, then it's going to be connected to it. It's going to drag it along with you if it falls out of your pocket. So it's just an extra safety to keep your phone with you. And the other reason is because of charging. You have to charge Bluetooth headphones. You have to make sure they're charged all the time. And when they're not, you could be on a 24-hour train ride without wall outlets in India, and your headphones go out within the first hour, and then you can't do anything about it. If you have headphones like this, you don't have to charge them. They're always good. So for travel, I definitely always prefer wired headphones. I hope they don't go out of style completely, because this is the way to go. Okay, last but not least, if you watch all my videos, you might be tired of me saying this, but if you're new here, you won't be. The Grail water bottle. This is the holy grail of water purifying bottles. And so you can use this with the tap water in a country where you're not supposed to drink the tap water. It filters it and it is safe to drink. You can use this in a river, in a lake, purify all your water. You save money. You don't have to buy plastic water bottles everywhere you go, 3 times a day, spending all that money, hurting the environment, whatever you're into. With the Grail, you just bring this with you. One-time fee, buy it once. And it's not that expensive for how good it is. And then you don't ever have to buy water while you're abroad. We ended on a good one. This is linked down below. Highly suggest this. And I have Amazon links to all my travel gear, everything that I talked about today. I have other links to all this other stuff, including the VPN, which I think you should definitely get. So check out the links down below, and I will see you in the next video. Oh, please leave any questions, any comments. If you have any questions about any of the gear that I mentioned in this video, if you have any tips of your own that I forgot to share, and like I said at the beginning of this, if you want any other hacks, tips, videos, I have a lot more. These were just quick ones off the top of my head. So I'll see you in the next video.